and welcome back, or me welcome back, you welcome back. It's nice to talk to you again. So I know I always say I'm gonna film and upload often, and it never happens. But it's spring break, I'm bored out of my mind. I actually put in an effort to look a bit decent today, so I thought I should film. Today I want to talk about things no one told me about college, or things I didn't know about college, or things no one could prepare me for with college. So I know there's a lot of this type of videos out there, so I'm trying to cover the things that are not as commonly spoken about, I guess. I have this list of things that I started writing down last term of things I started notice. I accidentally threw away the backside, so I lost a few points. Hopefully I will remember them as we go along. Otherwise, I will leave them down in the little info box below. Number 1, people do drugs. A lot of people do a lot of different drugs. That does not mean that you have to do drugs. You can easily stay away from it. Just know that it's there. And I mean, I'm still super surprised each time someone says something about anything that's stronger than, I don't know, caffeine. But it is true, it is a fact. I'm not sure if it applies to a lot of parties, not necessarily at my school, but in people's everyday life. So just be aware that a lot of people do a lot of drugs. Also, when people say smoking in college, they do not mean smoking cigarettes. It took me some time to figure that out. Number 2, dorm rooms get dirty very quickly. Just make sure you throw away the trash, open your windows, and vacuum as often as you can. That being said, number 3, you don't do and you don't have to do laundry as often as you thought you would. I don't do my laundry ever because I don't have time for that. So just buy up a lot of socks and underwear and you're good to go for a while. Number 4, no one ever talks to the professor, so make sure you do. So what I mean by that is that no one ever talks to the professor. So make sure that you sit in the front of the classroom and you go to office hours and you introduce yourself. Make sure the professor knows the link between your name, how it's written on your tests and your papers, and your actual face, especially in lectures that have more than like 40 people, because the professors won't take the time to learn your name because they have people coming in and coming out all the time, so you have to stand out. And you do that by introducing yourself, talk to the professor, go to office hours, build a strong professional relationship with your professors now because it will be very meaningful for you in the future. Number 5, Thirsty Thursday is real. I do not remember the rest of the days, but there's like a drinking nickname for every day of the week, like the weekdays, and then of course you have the weekend where people party. I don't know how it is at every other school, but at my school, Thirsty Thursdays are probably a larger drinking night than Fridays and Saturdays. That being said, people still drink and party Fridays and Saturdays, but Thursdays, it's when it's on. So if you're planning on partying and drinking and staying up late, make sure you schedule late or no classes on Fridays, because you will be dead. Speaking from experience. Number 6. This is sort of a not party one, but you know, someone's gotta say it. At some point during college, you will be miserable. You will be fucking miserable, and that's okay. No one likes to talk about it, but at some point everyone just feels really lonely and really sad and really lost in all of it. If you haven't, then good for you. I'm incredibly impressed. But it seems that everyone I met at some point hits this love point, but no one wants to talk about it. Everyone just ignores it. And that sort of fuels the problem, because it seems like you're the only one who's having a hard time with everything. But you're not alone. So if you don't feel like you can talk to your friends, make sure you can reach out to someone at your school. We have CAPS at my school, Counseling and Psychological Services, where you can go and talk to a professional psychiatrist or psychologist. I'm not sure which one's correct because language. You can go and speak to someone professionally, you know, talk about how you feel and figure out ways to cope with it. And I know there's still a lot of like social stigma around going and like seeing a shrink, but it really does help. Also, if you are an international student, this can be very difficult because you are all alone. So don't be afraid to call your parents, call people you care about back home, call your friends from high school, or people you care about, or people here, because there are people who are there for you even when it doesn't feel like it. So just make sure you keep that in mind, because there will be low points. Number 7, sort of building up the last ones, you will probably make a lot of acquaintances in college, but not many really deep and true friends. This is something I've learned because I know a lot of people, I've met a lot of people, I meet new people every week, almost every day, because I'm a very open and social person, and I walk around and look like I want to be approached, so a lot of people approach me and I approach a lot of people, and I love that. I love talking to people. People are open and nice and it's wonderful, but it also sort of limits because you know a lot of people, but there's no one you're really close with. So that's what I've been trying and working on this term, trying to sort of narrow down who I want my friends to be and sort of invest a lot more time in some specific individuals instead of trying to spread out my time too thin over a bunch of people that in the end don't really matter. Number 8, parking is impossible, but people love the people who have cars. So you sort of should consider if you're bringing a car or not. Especially, I don't know, like here in Corvallis, you don't need a car. Sure, it's neat, it's very practical. I love the fact that my roommate and my boyfriend both have cars, so they can drive me to important stuff, or you know, we can go together and get groceries and I don't have to bike back home with it all. But you don't really need it. I mean, I can get anywhere I need to on my bike, really. So really consider back and forth whether or not it's worth having a car at college for you. Number 9, there is the world beyond the campus. And I'm still trying to figure this out because everything I need really is on campus. Lately I've sort of been like reaching out to find different things to volunteer at. I go grocery shopping a lot more, so then I have to necessarily get off campus. But really try to interact with the community around you. Because even though I love OSU and I love sort of that little bubble I have here, Corvallis is an amazing place, and most likely every other college town you're in. So try to reach out, go beyond the borders of the campus, even though I know it's very, very hard. Try to do it. You will find strength and you will find amazing people and opportunities. Number 10, your school probably has like 1,000 free resources you don't know about. So at my school, for instance, as I talked about, we have CAPS. We have a nutritionist that you can go to for free, plan your meals and stuff. We have life coaching. We have a mind spa with a massage chair that you can book a room for like half an hour to an hour and just sit there and chill. We have everything. We have culture centers where you can go and print for free and chill. They have like board games and kitchens and room you can do whatever you want in. There are just an insane amount of resources on campus, and they're not all related to your academic success. Schools want you to be healthy and happy all around. They don't just want you to have good grades, they want you to stay physically active, to eat well, to have a good mental state, to have fun, to find a balance in your life, and they have an amazing array of resources for you to utilize so you can reach those goals. 11. I'm not going to count on my fingers anymore. Next one. Communal bathrooms are not as bad as people make them seem. In my older room, we had a private bathroom, so we were 4 girls sharing one bathroom, so it was sort of like less, it was more like a private bathroom thing. Now I share a bathroom, we have like 4 toilet stalls, 4 sinks, and 3 showers, and I share it with an entire floor of girls, and it's not that bad. I mean, there's always a shower that's free, there's almost never anyone in there, and it's not dirty. Like, it gets cleaned every single day, and people are respectful, people are not pigs, so it is very clean and very nice, and it's not as bad as people try to make it seem. Next one, you do not need so much stuff. I mean, I have so much stuff in my room right now, and it's just taking up space and it's making me miserable because it's always in the way. So I'm trying to clean things out and clear things up, throwing things out, because you don't need all of this stuff. If you are an international student, you have to answer where you're from, how you got here, how did you find the school, what language do you speak, where is that, what's the capital? Wait, isn't that you guys who do this weird thing? You're gonna have to answer those questions so many times. So just try to not be frustrated, even though it is very frustrating having to tell the same story 150 times in a week. But you know, you're there for a reason, and people are just curious. People want to know. People want to get to know you, because if you've moved across the world to go to this very specific school, people want to know why. I mean, I didn't know Oregon was a state until I discovered OSU and decided I wanted to go here. And that's a very specific story. I mean, how I found this school and what brought me here is my personal story, but it's very interesting to people because I did move across the world to go here, so how come? Why? Don't I miss home? All of these things. So just get used to it, get over it, you'll have to answer it. You will get insanely happy when you see animals. I'm talking way more than you were before, especially if you're used to living with animals, like I am. Each time I'm outside and I see a dog, I go nuts. I'm like, please let me pet you and love me, because I need it right now. College is a perfect time for naps. People nap all the time. It's almost funny. It's like you reset naps from your like kindergarten. You're like, I don't want to nap. In college, you always want to nap. So people nap during the middle of the day, and that's normal and that's fine, and no one's here to judge. Always carry a small plastic bag around with you. Just always. You will always need it. Especially if you have a bike and you live somewhere where it rains, like Oregon. Because my seat is always wet, so I just put my plastic bag over it and I'm good to go. Or you're hanging out with friends and you're sitting around eating something and you need to throw things away and you have your plastic bag, or your water bottle decides to leak in your bag because it likes doing that, so you just put it in your plastic bag and you're good. You just always need it, so always carry a plastic bag around with you. Along those lines, always carry a water bottle with you. Drinking water is so extremely important because it keeps you hydrated, it keeps your system going, it wakes you up, it keeps you refreshed and focused, and buying bottled water is ruining the planet and it's ruining your budget. Even though the quality of the water here is quite good, I have a water bottle with a filter because I'm a bit picky. So I just fill it up in the sink, in the water fountains, anywhere, and I just carry it with me, and I think I saved hundreds of dollars on having a water bottle, because when you drink a lot of water, which you all should, it can become really expensive if you buy like $1 water bottles every single day. There are 1,000 more things that can be said about college and college experience and everything, but these are the things I could think of off the top of my head right now. My camera is running low on battery, so I have to stop filming. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or requests, make sure to leave them down in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!